I was happy with the large aspects of it. I thought first half we moved the ball really, really well. We created some decent chances, probably not as many as I would have liked, but we obviously come in 2-0 up, which is always positive, which is always good. I would probably like a wee bit more intensity and a wee bit more cutting edge second half, but I think we've got to give credit to St Johnstone because they've came back in. Graham Carey scored a Graham Carey-esque goal, which is it's a great hit. So, and then they made us, like I say, they made us defend. And they made us defend our box, and we had to get out, and we had to stand up to those moments. So that the first half was pleasing on the eye with some football stuff, and the second half probably the players deserve credit for digging in and a bit of grit and a bit of character to see the game out.
Harry Milne's had to wait for his chance. He played like he was ready for it.
Yeah, delighted for him. What I will say, it was a difficult decision for me to play Harry or Stephen Kingsley because they've both been training exceptionally well. So it was a really, really close call, which is the environment we're looking for, people pushing each other every day. What I will say is I thought Harry acquitted himself fantastically well. He had a hand in one of the goals, and some of his defending and some of his passing and bits and pieces was really, really good, so he can be really pleased with his night's work.
Did you have a bit of sympathy for St Johnstone tonight and just the circumstances that the news broke for them that they were down?
Yeah, absolutely. You can't not. I actually thought that for spells tonight they were good. They passed the ball really well, and I've watched a lot of them, and there's obviously naturally they'll be absolutely devastated. But my focus, unfortunately, is on Hearts, and I'm delighted that we've came away with 3 points and we've made it 3 wins on the bounce.
What was the decision with James Penrice? Was it just because he was one book away from his suspension next season?
Yeah, upfront and honest as always. I try to be. He's one booking away from a 2-game suspension, and he's been walking that tightrope for a period of time. And I just thought tonight was the right opportunity to take him out and give Harry the opportunity. Which, listen, he's absolutely stood up and gave us all something to think about.
It seemed it was quite clear that he wanted a lot of players running in behind. St Johnstone he played a quite high line, and Cammy was running behind, and the two fullbacks. Was that kind of the message?
Yeah, it's stuff that we've worked on during the week, and it's stuff that I'd probably like to have seen more of it the last 2 games, especially being at home. I like people passing forward, running forward, playing forward. I like people that think forward and look forward. So I think we've seen a lot of that tonight. And I think that's probably the work that we've done on the training ground. So again, credit to the players for taking it on board and going and putting it in action.
Was Barrie McKay reluctant to take any kind of limelight? He didn't. George Grant obviously came out and took his.
Yeah, listen, without going into too much detail, Barrie had a wee boy, or his partner had a wee boy the other day. So I gave Barrie a couple of days just to spend a bit of time with his family and stuff. So so congratulations to them.
Guessing you'll be in charge on Sunday for definitely now.
At this moment in time, until somebody tells me different, and I apologise for saying the same thing over and over again, but it's genuinely the truth. So, at this moment in time, I'll be taking the team, or preparing the team, I should say, to go down to Rugby Park on Sunday, which was always a difficult game. Whenever you go down there, it's a tough fixture. Derek McInnes's teams are always really, really tough to play against. So, but we'll go there with confidence. We've won 3 games in the bounce, and it's not easy to do, so we'll go down there and we'll go and try and win the game of football.
Just on that, on the personal level, that was the first time Hearts have won 3 in the league since February 2024, so it kind of just shows how hard it is to win.
Yeah, I think that stat probably backs it up, and I get people will pour cold water on it and say you're in the bottom 6. Yeah, that you're right, but it's still difficult to win 3 games back to back in the Premier League. It's tough. It's tough, as you can see tonight. We had to work really, really hard for it. So yeah, delighted. See if we can make it full.
How pleased were you with Alan Forrest's performance again, scoring and just being, especially the first half, really, really positive? Yeah,
he's such an unassuming guy that he just comes into work every day. He absolutely maxes out every day. He's a really good kid, and listen, I think we've seen some good stuff from over the last couple of weeks. Maybe just giving him a bit of structure, just giving him a wee bit of opportunity, giving him some clear things that we expect from him, and also he's got a bit of pace and he's got a bit of talent, and you can see confidence grows in players, and sometimes it can be a really, really powerful thing, confidence from football players.
Would you like to be more comfortable and maybe got Alfie Osborne on the pitch?
Yeah. Listen, Alfie was on the pitch and I was on the bench. I would love to have been in a position to stick Alfie on the on the pitch. What I will say is I wouldn't just give it out just for the sake of giving it out, but he's trained really well with us the last wee period, so but I think credit needs to go to St Johnstone because they pushed us all the way tonight, so again credit to our players for standing up to it and getting through it, so I'm sure Alfie Osborne will have another opportunity somewhere down the line.
In terms of Sunday, do you expect to have Craig back?
Probably not, no. I don't think we'll have him Kenny Vargas or Blair Spittle back, so it'll probably be around about the same group that we will go again with, so we'll get them rest and recovered and we'll look towards a tough game.
How strange a game is this going to be with the whole narrative around it and the situation?
Yeah, I could sit here and say it's not, but football has a funny way of throwing these types of games up every now and again. But what I will say is the players have got a really good opportunity to win 4 on the bounce. They've got a really good opportunity to impress people that will be at the game, so it's a great opportunity for them.